sauce.
Oh yeah, let's get sauce.
All right, so that was some of the good stuff, some of the weird, wacky stuff. Now we're going to kind of transition over to some more a little bit scandalous things, all right?
Scandalous.
Let's get scandalous.
Scandalous.
All right, everybody loves a good scandal.
Yep.
And the Olympics is no shortage of them. So there were so many of them, we had to narrow it down to 5. So right now we're going to give you our top 5 Olympic scandals out there. Number 5 was in the 1976 Montreal Olympics. We had a Ukrainian contestant. He was competing in the pentathlon. His name was Boris Onischenko.
Boris.
All right. Now, Boris, the pentathlon is multiple events, and one of these events is the fencing, all right? Now, what he did was he had rigged up a little device in his sword. The fencing sword is called an épée, for all of you that didn't know that, which I would imagine is most of you, including myself a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So his épée, it has a little electric sensor in it, so when you hit the other person, it makes a register, and that's how you get your points.
Yeah.
Well, the opponent's team saw that old Boris was using this épée and not contacting the opponent, but yet he was getting points. So they called the judge in and said, hey, his sword's broken or something's up. They checked out the equipment. Sure enough, they found this little electronic device that he had secretly put in it, and he was busted.
Yeah.
All right, so we put him at number 5 because, a lot of these cheating scandals, a lot of these things, it's a matter of technicality or this and that, but this was very, very blatant in your face.
He rigged up a device to blatantly cheat.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't like he threw the game or he wasn't trying or, he did that. He just straight up in your face, brought the device, plugged it in, and got caught cheating. So,
and he got himself the good old lifetime ban.
Oh, yeah. Boris, you're never going to see the Olympics, but that was only 1976. You might still be around. We'd love to have you on the show, too.
We'd love to hear from you, Boris.
All right, Boris, you hit us up right here. Here's some of our tags down here. You can find us on our social medias. Hit us up. All right, number 4. This is just a big category of scandals all wrapped into one. It's doping.
Yeah, a bunch of cheaters.
Bunch
fucking
of dopers.
Doping cheaters, man.
Now, the thing about this is, doping regulations and standards keep changing all the time. Plus, with an Olympic thing, you have different practices all across the country, right? Mm-hmm. So, yes, you should have a standard, and they do have a standard of what the Olympic doping rules are. But the Olympics are only once every 4 years. So you can have 3-4 years of doing your thing back in your home country, doping up, and then when it's time to take that Olympic piss test, you come up clean. So a lot of these athletes do their own thing, have their own doping things, and that's what they do. But when you come to the Olympics, you can't do it.
I mean, you got to know.
Yeah, well, you know a few people that didn't know. The biggest one on our list that we had was a recent one is Marion Jones from the USA.
Yeah, I mean, I think Marion Jones knew, but she was just fucking cheating.
Oh, yeah. Well, and her thing, what was so disgraceful about that is she kept the lie going.
Yeah, for a while, man, for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had become enough, and she's just like...
Well, and that started to unravel a whole bunch of shit, right? Because she was going through this company, Balco.
Yeah, the Bay Area, the Bay Area steroid or pharmaceutical steroid company, which, caught a bunch of people up like Barry Bonds and a lot of big... I mean, it unraveled a whole fucking shitstorm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, brought the prevalence out in baseball, other sports like that too, so it's kind of fucking nuts.
So we had so many of those scandals, doping. It was such a big deal in the Olympics. We had to get it on the list.
Yeah.
We put it in at number 4, and now we're going to move into our top 3.
Yes, sir.
All right, top 3 Olympic scandals. We have, this is just a dumb one, man. I'm looking at it on the list right now. The 2016 U.S. men's swimming mugging scandal.
How fucking stupid you got to be?
All right, now that wasn't too long ago, so hopefully most of you, if you even give a shit about Olympics, which I'm not saying you need to, but maybe you've heard this story. Jay Stevens, what happened to these dudes, bro?
I mean, these fucking dudes got drunk, fucked up a hotel room or a bathroom of a gas station or something, pissed all over the place, ruined the fucking thing, and then got caught and said they were got fucking mugged. Got fucking mugged. Everyone believed him at first because, like, why would these fucking goobers lie to everybody? And then, sure enough, there's a good old security camera footage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then this fucking guy Ryan Lochte, I think, fucking has to go on national TV with green hair because he dyed his hair blonde, and then the chemicals in the pool bleached it green. So they looks like a fucking idiot as well. And he's just up there fucking, sorry guys. Fucking doofus, man.
Clown world before it was clown world.
What do you think you're going to get away with that shit in like 2016, right? Like, I mean, come on now.
Dumb. You know, that's just one of those ones that's avoidable. Like, it wasn't even beneficial to them competing in the event.
No, it's just and it's also, it's a good rule of thumb. Like, we're here in Taiwan, right? Like, it's a good rule of thumb not to go into somebody else's country, fuck their shit up, and then lie about it.
Right.
It's just, you know, it's not a good look, especially when you're representing your country, you know, like in a national, international sporting event. Yeah, it's just not the move.
Yeah, and what's not the move, like I was just saying, is this didn't even give him an advantage in the event.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're doping to try to outdo the competition. It's one thing if you're putting electronic devices in your equipment to try to get the advantage. To lie about something when you're having your free spare time, like, come on.
They didn't want to disgrace, you know. I mean,
right?
You can understand why they would, but it's just like, what? Like, you think you're really gonna get away with this?
Yeah, it just
like it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. So for that, even though you left the 2016 Olympics losers, you're a winner right here on the Weird Sauce Show.
Yes, you are.
You got our little bronze third place medal for scandalous
fucking
shit.
Idiots.
Yes. All right. On to number 2. This was a dumbass move too, and I hate to say it, this isn't American. This is right on Team America as well. The last 3 have been Team America doing some dumbass shit, but this is about as scandalous as it gets, all right? What we're talking about is 1994 Winter Olympics, the Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding episode, all right? Now, even though it's not the Summer Olympics, like right now, it's such a big scandal, we wanted to throw it in there. What happened, if you're not aware, was 2 Olympic contestants from the USA, Nancy Kerrigan, who was the better skater, and Tanya Harding, who was the more gangster skater, went and were representing the United States. Well, you know, there's a saying, if you can't beat them, you beat them.
Yeah.
You just literally physically beat them.
Yep.
And that's what Tanya Harding thought would be the move.
Oh, yeah.
They're in the Olympics, going through everything. Now, Tanya Harding hires some goon to come in with a crowbar and take it right to Nancy Kerrigan's knees and basically wipe her legs out of the competition, smash them all up. She's done for. She's got to withdraw from the competition. Tanya Harding's left as the American. She comes in and was supposed to be the big savior and the big one everyone wanted to see. But her plan was so dumb, it blew up in her face, and she got caught immediately.
Yeah, immediately. I mean, dude, that's like one step below like a murder for hire sort of situation.
Yeah.
Like, you're hiring somebody to fucking whack knees. Like, the next step after that is hiring somebody to just fucking kill her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's fucking dumb.
I mean, these are Olympic athletes. I mean, these are people that, you know, your personality has nothing to do with the Olympics, but you're someone that has been training your whole life and you have a certain level of ambition in you. You know, where the hell did you drop to in life that you figure the way to move up in the Olympics is by crowbarring your teammates' legs?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was fueled by Tanya Harding was, you know, the best. And then Nancy Kerrigan came in and, you know, kind of overtook her as, you know, she got a bit older and Tanya Harding didn't like it. So
yeah,
she took matters into her own hands.
Oh, yeah, she did.
I mean, not the move.
No.
Fucking God, what a fucking couple of fucking idiots, dude.
Yeah, and you know, that's super scandalous, too. That made up higher on the list because it's teammate versus teammate. Yeah. You know, it's one thing if you want to go, hey, fuck that other team. Let's go fuck them up, and we're going to do some shit to them. It's another thing when you go, hey, you're on my own team, and I'm going to go break your legs. It's just unheard of.
Yeah.
And for that, Tanya Harding, you have made our Weird Sauce #2 silver medal for most scandalous Olympic stories.
And don't call in because that's fucking disgraceful.
Yeah, we do not want to hear. If you know anybody with Tanya Harding, tell her not to call into the show. We do not want her on there.
Yeah, unless she wants a crowbar to the knee.
Yes.
Then we'll take you.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking idiot.
All right. A couple little side notes before we get to our number 1. There was a couple briberies going on. There was the 1996 Atlanta bombing that went on in Centennial Park.
Yep.
But none of those were good enough to make our number one spot. So, number one, for most scandalous Olympic story goes to 1972 in Munich. It's called the 1972 Munich Massacre. All right. Now, what happened here is you hear the word massacre, you know what that means. A bunch of people are getting killed, and that's exactly what happened here.
Yep.
All right. 11 Israeli athletes, coaches, and judges were taken hostage by a terrorist group called Black September. They got word that the Israeli athletes were in a certain part of the Olympic grounds and stuff like that, where they were staying in their hotel. And they stormed the hotel, took it over, grabbed these athletes, took them as hostage, started making some demands. The demands were not met, and long story short, 11 athletes were killed in this, and this went on right in the middle of the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of sad, though, huh? Like,
yeah,
I mean, definitely a monster scandal, but it had to make the number one spot because it's just so fucked.
Yeah,
and
it's not
a bad situation, really, there.
It's not like, 11 people killed, massive thing, 11 Olympic athletes, all at the Olympics. Yeah. That's our number one scandal. So those are our top 5 Olympic scandals right there. Wrapped up a little bit of weirdness for the Olympics. We're making the Olympics fun again.
Yep.
And we hope you enjoyed that.